Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Vegas girl. Good morning, Tracy. Happy Juneteenth. Good morning. So, I want to talk about Rabbit's interviews. Did y'all see her interviews yesterday? She had two interviews yesterday. Good morning, Shantora. Are we supposed to wear red today for Juneteenth? Tell me something. What are y'all doing today? Anything special for Juneteenth? Did y'all see Rabbit down the rabbit hole? Did y'all see her interviews and the nosy whole live her live last night? Good morning, everybody. Yeah, they're still up. Okay. Well, I'll guess I'll try to fill y'all in. So, down the rabbit hole, she had two interviews yesterday. Well, not two interviews. She had two lives yesterday. One was talking about is who's credible. That's what the thumbnail was. The Avatar or Nosy Whole Live. And it was regarding the incident with when the Miss Tolbert called in because they were, Nosy's been trying to and find who's behind the Avatar. And so I'm just gonna tell you my thoughts on it. Y'all have to go back and look at it, give her view, give Nosy Whole Live her view. But as far as that first live that she did, um, right off she brought up about the incident where Nosy was talking about Jamaicans, which was in the past, and it was a big issue. But she brought that up three or four different times in her live. And my thing is it's like you're throwing the race card and you're not black, okay? And that you have a right to commentate on whatever, but it seems like you're bringing this up to appeal to us to cause some kind of discredit towards her because she's talking about the Jamaican and whatever she's saying, the R word. Well, every time you bring it up, it's like you're playing it over because that was a big issue, with the Jamaican community. So it's almost like, whatever you're accusing her of saying, that you're doing the same thing by steady bringing the crap up. And another thing, she always asks, do people really believe this? Are they really buying this? Or I don't want y'all to get confused. Seems like y'all are getting confused. And um, I respect both of them as content creators, but I don't insult my intelligence either, because I mean you can go back on Nosy Whole Lives and read, I mean, and see what the things that she's done things on. I mean, um, you don't have to agree with everything that she says, just like I don't have to agree with everything Rabbit says, you know. But she constantly say, do people really believe this? Are y'all really buying this? I mean, like we're stupid or something. Do you know OnlyFans? So Nosy put something on her OnlyFans that they took down. Do do y'all know that you're gonna have to pay for this? I mean, most of OnlyFans, you have to pay for it if you want to go on there. You have to subscribe to it. Yes, I don't think people putting their credit card information in. People gonna just do that and not know, you know, to read the small print. She has these credentials. She's an investigator, and that's wonderful. But everybody on YouTube don't go and do all that investigating like you do. Some people just give commentary. I just give commentary. Um, but and I understand you have credentials and you have to back that up. You know, but sometimes she's kind of rubbing me that she's kind of a bully, and not just because of this with Nosy Ho, but there was some words and stuff that was said about AT too. And is this what you use? Yeah, you could probably look up everything under the sun under me. Probably know my name, my children, and the men that I was married to. I mean, okay, what I say is who I am. I mean, but do you have to use that card like a trump card? Like, it's really rubbing me the wrong way. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. I mean, I like her. I think she do a lot of good investigation, but that's why I'm not an investigator. I would send you to her, or Nosy Whole Life. She does a lot of investigations on her side, because that's not something that I want to do. I just want to commentate. What do y'all think about that? So she also mentioned that Nosy Ho had mentioned her twice, where she has under 10,000 subbies. Why would she mention you? Well, actually, she has 20 something thousand subbies. So if she mentioning you, that's really a good thing, because Nosy Ho Live don't really mention a whole lot of content creators. I mean, but if you mentioning her, why wouldn't she mention you? I think that's just fair use. And I think, it's it's about Monica. It's not, what the lady says, she's not her, she's not her. Okay. We just have to take it at face value. She does sound a lot like her dialect, the way she laughs. Yes, she sounds a lot like her. But if she says she's not her, then okay, we have to take her word for it. But didn't you have to research her to find her and call her like all these other people that's been calling her? I think the issue is not about this lady. That's why I'm not really going to go in detail about this lady. Now, I will say she called into Nosy Whole Live, okay? She basically gave out her whole information. You could pretty much pinpoint where she is on the map. You know, I do think she has a lot to say. I don't think, um, I don't know what her purpose for saying the things that she said, but um, she talked a lot about her family, and even with down the rabbit hole, she talked a lot. Talked about her mama, her grandma. I mean, her mother, her father. You know, how she was brought up, her education. I mean, she told more probably than I would tell. You know, and this is an innocent person allegedly, but she volunteered this information, just like she volunteered that information to Nosy. I mean, just like she volunteered that information to you. So I'm not really going to say too much about that lady, but the issue is still people are very upset about who's behind the avatar. And one thing Miss Tober did say that kind of bothered me is that the people that do call, when they call, they're upset. Once she calmed them down, then they're nice. You know, it's not, so it's not personal against this lady. It's basically the people that's calling, the subbies, members, they're upset with Monica and or the avatar, whichever you want to call her. Oh, that's good to know. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Yeah. Um and yeah, cuz they yeah. Well, she's still gonna be an avatar, and she'll still have a following. So, but it's just ironic how everybody is so they're so upset with Monica, and it's for a reason. It's not just about the panelists, it's about the subbies and the members and the viewers too. So, but people are still very upset about that. Exactly, exactly. I agree. I agree. This is a very serious situation. Can y'all hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I agree, Falcon. She brought it on herself. At first, I thought the Toby lady was Monica, but now I really don't know. Well, I mean, she says she's not, so I mean, but she does sound a lot like her. But I don't. I let Nosy and Down the Rabbit do their investigation. All I can go by is what the lady said. But it's not about that lady. To me, it's about the avatar. It's about Monica the avatar. So thank you, thank you. Do y'all think avatars some are bullies? Do you think they bully and demean? I mean, are all avatars do that? I don't know. I know I'm an avatar today. If I'm a bully, y'all let me know. I won't get mad. I promise. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of Monique's lady, her information was, so the things were inconsistent, even with down the rabbit hole. But again, it's, I don't know Monique. She says she's not her. I feel like the issue is the avatar, the person behind Monica the avatar. Yes, I agree. I agree. I would have got off the phone too, but not only did she called into not only what did she get off the phone, she called into Nosy Whole Live, and then she's done a separate interview with Down the Rabbit Hole. So, um, I personally think, I mean, she seemed like a nice lady, but I think she likes attention. I mean, because if it was me, I wouldn't have even went that far. Don't She might like, it seemed like she likes the YouTube world, the streets. Maybe she should come up with um her own channel. She has a lot of businesses that she was trying to talk about. Oh, thank you, Falcon. Yes, yes, the Monica the Avatar started this. But you know what I wonder, because Down the Rabbit Hole has interviewed with, well, she didn't interview, but she said she called Monica's camp and she talked to them in one of her previous lives. So I wonder why she didn't bring Monica the Avatar up, with this lady. That's true. She called in, called back, stayed on the phone with Nosy and Debonair, a former panelist. She chilled with two strangers who accused her of something deceptive. Let's think for a bit. Exactly. And she kept getting off and coming back on. Yeah, so Debonair. Yeah, that's his name. Now, r- down the rabbit hole, she had, after the initial, where that nosy whole live where Miss Tobert came up, she also made comments. I mean, she also had interviewed, I think so, Debonair, about the questions that we were wanting to know from Miss Tolbert. And I thought that was kind of strange, but she could have brought him up too, to face the lady. I mean, he doesn't seem like he's aggressive. He was kind of laid back talking. He wasn't attacking the lady. Yes, I agree. Yeah, the avatar could just clear her name. Yeah, that's who she needs to do an interview with. I'm surprised she hadn't done an interview with Monica the avatar yet, but she was dragging her. She could be, y'all. I don't know. Good point, Sister Zika. I just don't. I just don't think innocent Christian woman who doesn't use YouTube was too comfy with strangers on YouTube. That's another thing. She basically made it like she was a little, maybe a little computer illiterate, or she's illiterate to YouTube, basically. But she does taxes, and she's got like 4 or 5 different businesses. If the rabbit have the avatar, if the rabbit have the avatar and Monique up together, then I would be convinced. I agree. Remember, she got off she got off, then came back on. All of a sudden, Wiley come on like breaking news with Monica. Yeah, I we caught that. I think Nosy went over that last night. I have a strong feeling that we're going to find out some deep, serious stuff as this unfolds because it's not over. They want it to be over. Um, they all, some of them. I can't speak for all, but some of the panelists they just want us to stop talking about it and move on. But you have to deal with stuff in your time, people, and they're if the way they were coming at that lady, the people that was calling, only one person called that we heard, and they were upset. Like, are you Monica with all about the tea? And then the ladies was like, no, I'm not her. I'm sorry, sweetheart. And then they were like instantly, you could see their anger had deflated. So you can't say Nosy is the one that is causing that anger or where that's coming from because that was caused by the avatar. I mean, come on now, let's look at the real facts here. People have a problem with the avatar, Monica. Thank you. Happy Juneteenth to you too. Thank you. Yes, but she was slipping up a little bit. That's why I said there was some inconsistencies with what she was saying. Even when she talked about logging on, and that was what so Debonair was trying to say, ma'am, you have to type your name in order to log on. So Rabbit asked her for the receipts where she logged into Gmail and showed her name. So I mean, I'm sure she'll put it on a community tab if she ever gets it. Yes, I'm still trying to figure out StreamYard, Tanya. With all of these people being accused that says they're not the avatar, why is she allowing their lives being upended? The avatar can stop all of this. Yes, I think the reason why she's not stopping that, Annette, is because she wants to remain the avatar, and also look at um all the attention this is getting. This is viral, and it's giving her attention too. Unfortunately, when Monica talked to Wiley, she seemed like she was rushing trying to get him off the phone. Yeah, that's true. I caught that too, Maria. Yep. Nosy is a good investigator. And like I said, I don't agree with everything she do, but I mean, she's very entertaining, and when she go in to investigate, she's gonna do more than I am because, you know, um, I may not go that far. As far as having a team and everybody's looking up stuff, and things like that. But some of the info I will say this, some of the information Nosy Whole Live brought up and found sold it down with the rabbit hole. Like the fact that this lady got all these aliases. So she looked it up. She's not gonna ask her nothing. I can say that for down the rabbit hole. She's not gonna ask her nothing that she didn't look up. But she did ask her about those things. And some of those things were. And she also said that, well, it's kind of like you got this big thumbprint on the internet because you got all this other stuff hanging on your name. So I agree. She did answer to Monica a couple of times, you know. So and some of the stuff what she was saying about the cousin, it just was inconsistent. I'm not second guessing myself, you know. Um, but she does sound like her, but I mean, she's will the avatar ever, if the avatar was looking at you in your face, do you think the avatar, Monica the avatar, would tell you I'm Monica? Of course not. Of course not. You could be at the store. She's not going to tell you that. Come on. Exactly. Let's use our discernment. Nosy Ho did a good breakdown of the video last night. The more I hear Monique speak, the more she sounds like the avatar. Yes, I watched her breakdown too, and I did see and hear, things that I didn't hear before, you know, like the cousins calling her Monica. And um when she answered, Debonair was talking to her and she answered to Monica. And then she was like, well, what did I do? Like, okay, but you're not Monica. I think it's a possibility, but I can't guarantee for sure. I don't think anybody could. Yes, I heard that. When did who went? What lady was Nosy rude to? You have to watch Nosy whole live. When you watch her, she do grow on you, but she's also very entertaining. And what did that lady do? Because if that lady came on talking about Nosy down the rabbit hole, yeah, she's gonna be rude about that because she don't want nobody talking about any other content creators unless she brings them up. And that's like house rules, you have to respect people's house. Down the rabbit is not investigating who the avatar is. I think Down the rabbit probably know who the avatar is because she has called to uh, the avatar's camp. I don't know the avatar number. Then that's what I'm saying. Yes, if you're a teacup, I was not a teacup. I was a subscriber. I was not a teacup. But yes, I completely understand. That's what So Deb was saying. I listen to her every night. That's Monica. I They seemed like they was just trying to press her for information. I mean, as far as with the Monique, but I feel like Valerie, if the lady was really offended, why did she keep calling back? Good morning. Happy Juneteenth. You too, boo. Oh yeah. So they also explained last night about her cursing to the root. And she said that's part of, being a Christian. That is not part of being a Christian. Cursing anybody is not part of the Christian religion, okay? And cursing to the root in the name of Jesus is definitely not a part of being a Christian, because that's not what Christ was about. So, um, like I said, the lady said, uh, what she said was kind of inconsistent. Now we rebuke, what we do is rebuke Satan in Jesus' name. We don't curse the person, you know. We rebuke the spirit, the evil spirit. So that lady was consistent with that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. That's not what being a Christian is. Yes, cursing is a sin. Yes, exactly. And she's trying to manipulate, you know, religion for what? What is the purpose of you doing that? Yes. She was consistent even in that interview to me. She had some of the things that she said were consistent, even from the night before. Did y'all catch those things? I agree. I completely agree. Yes, you rebuke. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad someone in the chat can understand where I'm coming from. Yeah, rebuke, not curse. Monique is a whole fraud. We're going to find this out soon. All she had to do was be fair, and I think her family is in on her scamming. There was a lot of stuff with her because she has a lot of alias and a lot of LLCs, and um, that's some of it is kind of looks kind of suspicious. But I'm not an investigator, so I don't go in deep in all that. And one thing she said, she's a blue collar worker. She got like five different tax offices in five different states. You're not the little country girl, ma'am. No, you're not. Yes, I caught that inconsistency too. She said she called her on Facebook. She didn't have her number, but then she said she had to scroll through and get her number. Well, she had told she was batting her eyes or something to where Nosy said she was cast well you could she was casting a spell. And so Nosy was like, I'm a witch too. And so she said, I curse you to the root. She didn't say I curse you to the root. Yeah, she said I curse you to the root in the name of Jesus. And she said that to Nosy, which in in my religion, being a Christian, you don't curse. You rebuke the spirits. You don't curse anybody. Yes, cussing, cursings are not the same. That's exactly right, Lynette. Yes, she said that they're well known in the community, and that's where That's what that was another thing is she gave so much information about her family, and so I would have thought down the rabbit hole would have told her before she came on there. First, look, you gave out too much of your personal information. Do you realize that? You, you basically is a target because you didn't gave out all your personal information. And I'm surprised she didn't tell her that because she came on her interview saying all these details. Yeah, she changed her name up and called herself Mo Money, but she still was given all this information that really no one really needed to know all that. Yes, yeah, she was smirking and laughing. I think the lady like attention. I do. And maybe she wants to promote her businesses. You just never know. And she seemed to be camera friendly. Maybe she needs to start her own YouTube. Exactly, I agree. Yes, it is definitely something psychological and manipulating going on. I completely agree with that. That's what I was saying. Accounting is not a blue collar. Um, Not with what she's saying that she has. Monique is trying to appeal to the masses. That's why she was playing dumb. Exactly. And then, yeah, because she's got like five businesses in five different states, or I may be quoting this wrong, but I know it's more than two or three tax services. And you're on the computer, you're on the internet constantly. So she to say that she's like computer illiterate or internet illiterate, whatever you want to call it, it just seems a little suspicious. Yes, that is, yeah. That I figured that was a witchcraft curse, but I what threw me off is when she said in the name of Jesus. That threw me off because that's blasphemy. Exactly. Oh my God. I caught that on the interview. What she's talking about, y'all, Lulu, is she had said the reason why I don't talk like this I don't the reason why I talk differently is because I was the only black person in a white person's class, basically. And this is why I talk like this. And that is so racist to me because what does that mean? What does that mean? You know what I mean? Just because you were the only black person in a white. I mean, to me, that's beside the point because you can be in a black school that's predominantly black and you still can talk and be well educated. So are you saying black people aren't educated to where they can't articulate their words? I mean, I don't know what she was trying to get that, but I understand where you're coming from. You're saying Monica has said the same thing too. But I can tell y'all, I don't. That's not a South thing. It's not a down South thing. I live about 45 miles from that lady. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, did you see that? I tried to watch that. I'm gonna go back and watch it, but I had got sleepy after those lives, and then nosy trying to float through both of them. I kind of got tired, but yeah, I did see the PhD lady on there, but she's not no, she's not wasn't very interesting to me. So I didn't even think about going back and watching it when I woke up this morning. But I'll check it out. I'm fine, Queen. How are you doing? Well, last night someone named Miss Keisha posted in the chat. Her comment was deleted. She said, "You got the wrong person. Nosy was reading it. Nosy said, "Did you see that?" And then Monique called. Wow. Yeah, Down the Rabbit says that last night, I guess when Nosy was on the live with us, that she had muted us and she was on a phone call and she was trying to get in touch. She texted Monique and said she needed to talk to her offline. And then she said if she told, she didn't really say if she had told us. It wasn't in the text because she showed the text that she has 27,000 followers. She don't want to lose, and she needs to keep saying that she is Monica. And I'm like, that sounds crazy. But so she's like, well, if y'all want to follow 27,000, y'all want to subscribe, follow her, that bullshit, basically that shit. I'm paraphrasing. Then follow her. But she sounds so bitter. Down the rabbit hole sound bitter that she got 27,000 followers. But let me tell you, most of them followers she had before this All About the Tea man. She wasn't even really watching All About the Tea. But she sounds so bitter that she got 27,000 followers. Sis, you're gonna get there. I hope we all get there. Good morning, Mildred. 27 alias. Wow. That is a lot of alias. Yes, exactly. That is blasphemy. Exactly. Good morning, Raven Brown. There is no way in hell I would be on trying to prove who I am. I would file a lawsuit. Yeah, but the lady doesn't even want to file a lawsuit. Ain't even worried about it. All she wants is an apology. Oh, she denied that she was the avatar, but she gave a lot of other information, personal information about herself too. I just didn't like the way Down the Rabbit kept bringing up whatever note the situation Nosy was talking about as far as Jamaicans and stuff like that. I didn't like that, and she used that 3 different times in her live, and I don't understand why would you just keep bringing that up if you're not trying to appeal, to something sensitive. And so it to me, if you're saying that she's uh talking about this group that way, why you keep bringing it up? You know. You too. Thank you for being here. Lulu, you a bit. Sit down somewhere. I hear you. Sound like she had a lot of LLCs filed under her name. Good morning, Alita. Morning. When Wally was on the Monica, notice how Monique stayed while Nosy was looking for the live. Monique tried to contain her smile. I agree. Yeah, she said that well, Rabbit had brought it up though, but she says she has talked to an attorney, but probably for a consultation or everything. But the thing about it is that lady called into Nosy Whole Live and she decided to do an interview. She's the one putting all her information. Yeah, they called her and asked her if she was this person, and put her stuff on the internet. But you called in, giving more information, saying more stuff about yourself than what you needed to. So I mean, what? what's the reason to sue? But she doesn't want to sue. All she wants is an apology. So, yes. I'm gonna go back and watch that live though. She know what LLCs was in her name. She could have called in, but she gave out too much information. The lady was gonna show her ID online. She's gonna show her driver's license. I mean, I'm glad she didn't though. By the way, the avatar Monica uses is generic. A little girl used the same avatar in one of her videos on TikTok, so the avatar is not a reflection of Monica. It's from a live emoji app. Really? That's interesting. Down the rabbit hole is drinking the Kool-Aid. Did she call that number? Could be Monica sent that text to herself. Manipulator. I feel you on that. Dr. Griffin did a whack ass interview. So called Avatar. Well, we already know the truth and real. Clear things up, especially because I have my own business and image to keep. She does have a lawyer down though, so maybe she'll get what she needs. True? Yes. Monique was fine until we left from the first Monica. She was watching the whole time, and then her blood pressure went up when Nosy focused on Monique. Yes, she did say she would show her ID, and Nosy was like, "Oh, that's not gonna matter." So she did, but she was ready to. Exactly. When Monica the avatar could just show her face, let us see who you is. Stop catfishing us. I think that's why most people are mad, and how she treated the panelists. You have your right to your opinion, Lorraine. I mean, she does sometimes come off rude. I mean, she says it herself. I mean, but you have your right to your opinion. Wow. Who did you run the background check on? Monique. Wow. Yes, I'm starting to kind of look side eyed at the rabbit too, because she didn't made lives on Monica the Avatar and the information that she brought up, and she also said that last night. But yeah, she has a lot to say about Nosy Ho too, but she's always had a lot to say, about her. But some and other YouTubers, but you know, she do have credentials, and she has good investigative skills because that's her expertise. But sometimes I think she comes across like a bully with it. And now I'm wondering, well, dang, or in somewhat demeaning. And I'm like, is all avatars like this? I don't know. I mean, I know I got my avatar up to date, but I'm not an avatar. Y'all see how I look? I come on here. Um, I want to do this kind of early so I can have time with my family today. It is Juneteenth, you know. Yeah, but come to find out, didn't we say that wasn't really a legit cease and desist? Like, I think both parties said it. We waiting for the one in the mail, the one that's supposed to be legally served. Did Marcella ever get that? Marcella was not on No Zeho Live um live last night. I hear you. Apparently, someone says the part of the phone was pre-recorded. They saw when he got off the screen, then came back to make it look like it was alive. Very possible. I wasn't looking at it like that. I was just listening to the part when she came on there. Well, she always say about the FBI and and people getting in trouble for this and that and the other, and um, it's a lot of threats going on around, and I'm just waiting to see because Nosy Whole Live is doing investigations and doing stuff like this for a while now. I mean, she's been on since last year, so I mean, apparently she knows you know enough to where she's not getting in trouble for it. Yes, I didn't hear anybody talk about her disabled child. And I'm glad So Debonair and Nosy cleared that up. No one would talk about a disabled child. Well, she did say there was somebody named Mabel. She said was that she did say that wasn't her. Now I don't know. We don't know if Nosy went back and apologized to those people or what. I mean, but I'm gonna tell you what I stance on both of them. I do respect both of them as content creators. Do I agree with everything they say and do? No. Do I expect people to agree with everything that I say and do? No. You have your choice on who you want to watch. You have your choice who you want to subscribe to. Just like a lot of people have unsubscribed to Monica, they have a choice, and it's not because anybody's telling them to unsubscribe. It's something that they did. Now, if you feel that either one of these ladies is giving you enough reason to unsubscribe, then you just got to do what you got to do. I'm not telling you to do it, but you don't have to choose to watch any one of it. It's your choice. It's the viewer's choice. So I mean, I'm not gonna go back and forth and argue really about any of them. I'm telling you my commentary. That's all I do, and you have to make your choice on who you want to subscribe to. If you watch Nosy Whole Live, she goes into it. But yeah, sometimes she can come off a little rude, but she's very entertaining, and she's very passionate about what she goes after. So everybody's not going to think the same. We're not going to talk the same. God made us all different for a reason. So we have family members. There's things we don't really like about them. That don't mean we don't care about them or love them. So that's just how I feel about that. I hear you. Hey, my mom is what 74, 75. She done got on and found out how to buy from Amazon on the tablet and all kinds of stuff. She was born in 1945. Anybody can learn the internet. Yeah, I agree, Maria. Yes, very entertaining. But it also gives you an out, It gives you a way to talk. She gives you an outlet to talk, as far as in the chat. And just like I'm giving an outlet, and like I said, I've been saying there's a lot of pain and people dealing with things at their time. But they still have a choice at the end of the day. Just because you say I'm sorry, that don't mean the other person is going to forgive you and act like nothing else has happened. See, I don't know if that was Marcella. It sounded like Marcella. It did, didn't it? Yeah. It did sound like her. But I didn't get confirmation that that was Marcella. Agree. I agree with that. You got a point there, Franchette. Yes, you do. It sounded like Marcella while Down the Rabbit Hole was interviewing with Monique. There was a lady that called, but it was a New Jersey number, and it did sound like Marcella, but I don't think that was. I'm not sure. She didn't say her name. That's what I was asking y'all. Yeah, her husband just, he didn't seem to be too bothered by it. He just went on back in his little corner. It is entertaining and hilarious, but I also realize that it's about people lives too. But as far as Miss Tolbert, she 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 seemed okay, as far as her status. I mean, she stated, what she that she's not her, but she's also giving out information about her life. All she wants really is an apology. Doesn't seem like she's trying to sue, but yeah, she's getting a lot of calls. Um, and that's a simple could be changing your number, so I don't know. She don't seem like she's mad about it. Hurt feelings, period. Exactly. Where did that go? Ooh, boy, y'all going in. Monique Irene Bernard Tolbert. Yep, that's her name. I agree. It is weird. It is, Yes. And I think the Avatar is trying to stick together in a way. I don't know. Yes, Marcella is waiting on the legal one that comes through the mail or certified. Good morning, hoodies. Thank you. I hear you. I got a chance to watch the video. This lady offered her own LEC, her own info about her family. Hey, Marcella. She hung up and called back to go back and forth. I never got a legal cease and desist. Thank you, Marcella. Thank you for joining us. Well, honestly speaking, the husband addressed the mess about Nosy Ho calling her a bee and then left real talk. This lady does not speak as proper as the avatar, so she's putting on good front. Nosy Nosy was even more motivated after she heard what happened to Marcella, and Marcella gave her the info to investigate, and Nosy crew helped out. This has been a group effort. It really has. It really has. But I guess because down the rabbit hole, she got her credentials, and she probably have a little bit more that she can investigate and get information on. Yes, y'all. Welcome, Marcella. Because rabbit hole was in the bushes, Maria. That's how she knows. Yes, I agree. No, it's not entertaining to run innocent people lives. I agree with that. But as far as Miss Tolbert, she's okay. This woman could have simply said, "This is not me, and this us affecting me or my family." She chose to do a standoff with Nosy and so debonair. I support several bloggers in Nosy, you and all that I have supported. Thank you. I'm so honored to have you here. Thank you, Marcella. I watch Nosy Ho because she's entertaining, passionate, persistent. Yes, she's very passionate and persistent. Yes, and entertaining. And that's what I'm saying. If you don't want to watch her, you don't have to watch her. But she is entertaining, you know? What, Jay? 84? Wow, that's a blessing. I agree. Yes, yes. Because that's really what the issue is about is the avatar. Getting behind Monica the avatar. Revealing her because she's exposed all this other stuff about her. You know, I mean, at this point, it seemed like she's just trying to catfish us and she just wants this to go away. But now she's using this to get more views. Thank you. I agree. I wouldn't either. I see. I'm honored. Yes, that woman did sound like you, Marcella, but I felt like if it was Marcella, she would have said it. So thank you for clearing that up, Marcella. If you listen to the interview on Rabbit, that lady does not enunciate her words like Monica. She's just a Southern lady who wanted them to clear her name, and they wouldn't. She wanted an apology. Yes, that's true. She still wants an apology. That was hard to watch Nosy. She got the big head and disrespected her chat, would bring her followership down. I think that Monique person was not Monica, her relative or something. Yeah, like I said, y'all have a right to your own opinion, but I mean that's your own opinion. I'm not going to argue with you about Nosy, Whole Live, or Down with the Rabbit. I just like I'm commentating, giving my opinion. You can give yours. It's just Monica is supposed to have a show on Monday. Does anyone know if it's going to be on her page or someone else's page? So her YouTube page is hidden, Mildred? Is that what you're saying? Oh, wow. No, she didn't explain them. She just basically repeated her discrepancies. Yeah, PP loans. I thought about PP loans. I had a dream about PP loans last night. What is the deal with those PP loans? She did call Nosy a heifer. She called her a heifer several times, but I don't. I think she think that's what her name is, or she's trying to play like that's what her name is. But I think it's kind of ironic. Down the rabbit hole didn't correct her. So were y'all talking about the same person? Because this lady's talking about nosy heifer. Are y'all talking about the same person? Because I thought y'all was talking about nosy whole live, really. So I'm surprised down the rabbit hole didn't clarify that. Yeah, she sounded a little bitter, honey. I'm happy for Nosy. I done seen Nosy come from 16,000 to where she's at now. I mean, be happy for the sister. We all trying to get there. But I don't think insulting her subbies is going to get you anywhere. That's how I feel. Just like she has won them over. She's got a fourth of Monica's subscribers. She's won them over. Down with the rabbit hole. Do your thing. Exactly. That's right, Marcella. We got your back. Just show me where to go for the GoFundMe. I think the avatar is trying to use this publicity, this attention to get more views. When did she hide her page, y'all? So now y'all not gonna know who she is or when she or where she is. Exactly. For all rabbit knows, Jamaica could hold tragic memories for Nosy. The fact is, I watch Nosy for entertainment, and like it or not, the trail leads to this Monique. I don't count anyone out. Thank you, Sharon, for that. Good morning. I agree. Good morning. This chick, Monique, aka Monica, did an interview down the rabbit hole. If she's not Monica, why is she so pressed to say she's not? Yes. I'm I wonder how she got in touch with Down the Rabbit Hole. Did Down the Rabbit Hole call her? I'm a lawyer and I can tell you that the only thing that tied those LLCs together is that they all share the same resident agent. A resident agent is an entity that accepted service for a business. Thank you, K Stone. That's good to know. I'm gonna have to save you. Save your name. I might need you. I would like to see the Avatar interview with Miss. Yes, I would have liked to see the Avatar online with Monique. Are you serious? She called her nosy heifer because she didn't want to say ho. Because she said, you know what, a X and not an E. Doesn't sound nothing like heifer, huh? Good morning. Good morning. Her page isn't coming up. Are y'all sure? Unless she's gonna bring up, unless she's gonna have it on another page. She may have it on another page. No, we won't know who she is. That's interesting. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Missy Girl Anonymous. I like your name, girl. Hello? Yeah, there? I'm sorry. I got off the line. I had to go check on my son. My 20-year-old is with him. He was crying. And somehow I lost y'all. Are y'all still there? I'm sorry. What did I miss? Let me see. Let me go back. What if Monique reaction and subsequent press tour is Avatar's Plan B. She had to know eventually she would be found. Watch this woman take off and prove me right. I'm looking at her page now. You have to scroll down after putting in the search. Thank you. Monique is Monica. They so called Monique said she did not have a YouTube and did not know how YouTube even works. And now she is doing interviews. I hope she don't do no more interviews. That should have been it, right? Thank y'all. Thank y'all for staying by. Oh, that's yep. If you can't see her page, then you're definitely blocked. The next time Avatar goes live, Nosy should go live and call Monique. She gave Nosy permission to call her. She did give her the call. That's why I'm like, she doesn't seem like she mad, because she said she could call her back. A lot of people agree with you, Maria. Yeah, I had to get off. My son was crying. He has autism, and if his needs aren't communicated, he'll start hollering. So I had to go check on him. I'm sorry, but I'm back. He's with my 20-year-old. Good morning. I'm doing good. Gonna try to spend some time with the family today for Juneteenth. Take my son to the park. Let him get some of that energy he got bottled in out. Thank you. Thank you. I bet if Monica would reveal herself and sincerely apologize to her panelist member and subscribers, she may be able to recover from this drama at some point. But she get 500,000 views or more. I know. But she still get a lot of views. Even though she only went on one time, well, maybe once or twice. I think she just went on once. Oh no, it was twice last week. She still had a lot of views. I think, yeah, I think she needs somebody with her, but to make it interesting. But Wiley is not. Isn't I don't think Wiley's the one. He always sound like he preaching to me, and I don't mind preaching, but sometimes I like teaching, preaching. You know what I mean? Instead of preaching, preaching. The way we would know for sure the avatar is Monica because if she is live on her channel and Nosy call her while she's live and don't answer, we have the real Monica. That's true. That's a good point. The investigation have been interesting. I just hope it doesn't go too far. Everyone, have a great routine and be safe. You too, K Stone. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, happy Juneteenth, everyone. This is 2021. You don't own several business without knowing your way around the web. True. I don't trust that rabbit. And something is off with Monique Monica saying how upsetting this is, but it's so calm. Exactly. Anything she say is no longer credible. She didn't watch the video. Plans made. Gave the panel topics just right before going live. I hear you. I had watched a little one of the schoolboys after the Candy Washington interview. She apparently went online, but I cut it off. I'm like, I don't even want to hear this. Exactly. Oh yeah, she did say that. She said if she got 5,000 subs, she would reveal herself. I don't see her ever doing that. He sure haven't. That's exactly what she said. I curse the roots in Jesus' name. I've never heard that before. I agree with you. But a lot of people do. A lot of people do. And it's just showing in her views. She still have a lot of views though, but it is showing. I wonder if she is so has she done more interviews? More than down the rabbit hole? That's just true. That's true. And some people just detach, a leader from a toxic situation. Oh, thank you. No. I plead the blood in the name of Jesus. Protect my family, my house, and myself. And everybody watching. In Jesus' name. Thank you, Sister Zakia. Thank you. Exactly. And why didn't he just say that's what he was trying to do? You saw him fumbling with his phone. I agree. For those that know witchcraft and the spells, thank y'all. Because some of us that don't or not familiar with that wouldn't be able to know somebody's casting a spell on them or what that entitles or entails. We may need to do a live on that. Good morning. I feel you. Have a blessed day. I agree, Alita. Somebody had told me something about Tor water, and I was like, "What is that?" because I was having some issues with YouTube. I still haven't figured them YouTube issues out, but um, I saw it's something about spells or like rebuking spells. The tall water. I've never. That's This is the first time I've heard anything like that. I need to go get me some sage. That's a possibility, but it's gonna end eventually. I'm sure, right? I That's what I thought too, because I was like, I know she hadn't been on YouTube for 8 years, so I kind of did some research. Apparently, she had a blog before, and that's the 8 years that she counting. So maybe that blog developed into this. I don't know. They're so shady though. Between Wiley and the Avatar, they so shady. I caught that discrepancy. I caught that right off. You mean the interview on her show? Because when she called in, while Nosy was on live with that lady, when she called in, it sounded like that same lady that was fat shaming Bishop. Y'all go back and listen. Okay. So tell me, where would you buy sage crystals and tar water? Where would you buy that at? Thank you. Thank you so much, Sister Zika. I like you. You got some good advice. I'm gonna have to check that out, but I don't want no voodoo coming this way. That's what I feel. I have the Holy Spirit. I was interested in tarot. I don't really understand it, but like when they talk about horoscopes, and people signs, sometimes it don't tell you the exact person, but sometimes if I'm dealing with somebody, I'll look up their sign and I'm like, oh, that's why. So how does that line up with you know that side of the world? Monica is the one who birthed her. When did she have that post? Child. Yes. Oh, you can get it from the smoke shop. Okay. Yeah, so is sage is not witchcraft, right? It keeps the spirits off of you. The, Zakia. Okay, Sister Zakia. Wow, y'all teaching me something. Sage is a plant herb that cleanses negative energy. Sage is not witchcraft. But isn't there good witchcraft and bad witchcraft? Isn't one called like black magic or something like that? Am I getting it confused? Oh, I want to get that book. I've been looking for something like that. The Secret Language of Birthdays. I agree. I think being that's a gift from God, right? Because some people are good discerners. They can discern spirits. Aaron sets up the lamps at twilight. He shall burn. You should not offer unauthorized incense on it or burnt offering. Is that a Bible verse? Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know too. Well, y'all taught me some things today. Never too old to learn, right? Well, yeah, I'm just to get off of here. Um, Go spend time with my family, take care of my son. But y'all have a great Juneteenth. Thank y'all for stopping by and supporting. Please hit the like and the subscribe button. And I will definitely see y'all in the next video or the next chat. You too. Thank you, Nina. Yes, y'all have a great day. Thank you, Messy Girl Anonymous. Thank you, girl. Bye, y'all. Take care. Peace.